turn off the crime light. Stopping by to talk about the energy of April. I apologize. I don't even think that I'm getting any kind of notifications. I don't think any notifications are going out on YouTube when I'm going live. Because there's usually not even one person here. Oh, there's one person here. David Wilcock, move number 1. Kill the crime light. Okay, that's not much better. So I'm not waiting for people to show up to videos to start, because I usually have 1 or 2 people here, if that, on any video that I did. So I don't want the people watching later to have to sit through 10 minutes of silence. And we all know I'm not tech savvy. So that's what ended up happening, since I don't know how to edit videos. So my apologies on all those fronts. And the front where I seem to exist, and that is my public videos switch over to private. So I'm having all kinds of technological fun over here. There's one person there. Let's see if they stay. A couple of days ago, when I made a video talking about April and the waves of energy that are coming back in, and what I had said about that was the energy of everything that we have put out, and the energy of every person on this planet has ever put out, everything that ever was, ever is, and ever will be created through our body's magnetism, through our body's magnetic field that has gone out into the cosmos, is coming back home to planet Earth in April. I feel this happening. Actually, I feel it happening already. So I'm going to delve into a little bit of that. The reason I want to do that is because we're going to be feeling a lot of things, especially people that are very sensitive or hypersensitive to what the collective as a whole is feeling. You know who you are. So that energy that is coming back to us in waves of what is, what was, and whatever will be, that we've created on this planet as a whole for 4.5 billion years, or however long it's really been here, I'm not sure. That's coming back. So that means if you are an energy sensitive person, you're going to feel it like it's your very own set of emotions, your own set of accomplishments, your own set of failures, all of it across the board. I'm not saying that a specific memory or a specific situation from the past will come back up for you. But again, if you are energy sensitive, it's very possible that that could happen for you too. So what's coming back to us in waves or in ripples is what has been created before us on this planet. So that's going to bring a mixed bag of emotions, obviously. There's many joyous, many beautiful things that have been created here. But also things that are not joyous, that are not beautiful. So it's all coming back. And the reason that I'm giving you the heads up that this is going to happen is because if you're someone who normally energetically dips in and feels the collective experience or the collective energy of this planet, you're going to feel this a lot stronger than you normally would feel this. So it's going to bring back emotions, situations. Some people, most of us that feel the collective are going to feel this as energy. However, I'm here to tell you that some people with a stronger abilities, or people that have more amped up abilities, or that have worked on their different abilities and their different senses and maybe meditated for a longer amount of time are going to see and feel and hear things very, very differently. I made a video called Echo in the Matrix. I think it was about a week ago. I don't have a concept of time. Didn't realize at the time that I made that video that this was partially, or to a big extent, what this was actually talking about, is because what has been created within this matrix is coming back in ripples to us. One of the other things I saw just a couple of hours ago, and I really debated making a video about this because, one, I don't know what people's understanding are, and so it can kind of be all over the board. But our planet has a magnetosphere, and that magnetosphere is just a giant magnetic bubble, pretty much. And it spans, I think it's about 10 Earth distances on one end, and on the other end, I think it's like 100 Earth distances. So the magnetosphere is huge. So it holds on to all the magnetic energy that's coming into the planet from all the interstellar and cosmic happenings that are currently energetically happening. What I saw today was that not only will these current solar cycles or the current incoming solar energy that's about to come in, and I don't want to say about to come in because it seems like it's been almost a month straight of this, but the things that are now set to come in, they can blow the magnetosphere wide open. So this is kind of our planetary energetic field. And I never know how much people know about those things. And I can tell you firsthand that I don't know a lot. What I try to do is put it into words the best way I can, what I see happening energetically. So what I saw happening energetically today was that these ripples are waves of creation that have gone out from planet Earth that are coming back at a strength that will blow that magnetosphere wide open. Now, sometimes when we have upper M class flares or X class flares, that will blow the magnetosphere open for a short amount of time. So while that magnetosphere is open or kind of non-existent or has a doorway in it, whatever's going on cosmically or energetically, we will feel a lot stronger than we normally feel. Our body has a magnetosphere as well. We call that the auric field or the toroidal field. I've been talking about this a lot since December. So the effect on the magnetosphere around our planet, having these openings, the way I saw it was that it's kind of like blowing open and then closing, and then blowing open and then closing, and then blowing open and closing again. What this means to our body's auric field energetically is that we are going to be experiencing that same open and closed, open and closed, open and closed. Now, for the most part, our body's energetic field or auric field stays around the body in a kind of somewhat closed position, but it's breathable. So our body is now, for me, because I'm actually feeling this already today, but so the body's auric field is going to experience the exact same thing. I'm guessing it's going to start in about 48 hours. That's my normal time window to, who knows, guys. I have changed so much in the last week. Some days I'm not even sure. You know, without the ego, without the personality, who are you? When I rewatched my last video, I was like, who am I? So the field, the auric field, or our crown chakra. Okay, it's the body's north and south poles. That's where we're going to be opening up for the most part. There will be there's energetic breathing room within that auric field as well as a whole, but the massive energy will be coming in at your head and also at your feet. Now, when it comes in around the area of your head, it stimulates the crown chakra, and we kind of know what I think most of us know at what point, what kind of things happen. We receive downloads and codes and updates and all kind of energy. Electromagnetic energy goes straight to the electromagnetic spot in our body, which of course I like to call the flux capacitor of the heart. So when this energy comes in the crown and goes to the heart, just as it goes to the core of the planet, you're going to have heart palpitations and things like that. Like I said, crown chakra, DNA activations, all these normal things. Because I feel this is going to be a lot more magnified or a lot stronger than its normal potential in energetic strength. It's going to rattle the pineal gland quite a bit, which brings us amazing informations, realizations, revelations, all that good stuff. When your pineal gland starts kind of like vibrating, that connects us to energy that we are not always connected with. The other thing about the pineal gland, it is the thermostat, or the regulating thermostat for our entire body and our auric field as well. So when the pineal gland starts to vibrate, and it depends what mix of energy we're experiencing, but with solar stuff, when it starts to vibrate, normally your body will experience massive heat fluctuations, but it can actually go both ways. Now, this is one of the reasons why I'm guessing it's about 48 hours, because I was so cold today. I've had the thermostat on 70 all day, and I normally keep it at like 63 degrees. I normally open the windows if it's above 55. Every window and door in the house is open. So the pineal gland is the body's thermostat. Anytime it gets activated, anytime any high energetic frequency comes in, it moves that around, and our body's thermostat tries to regulate it. Since it is the thermostat for the body, when it moves around and receives high frequency, your body will go up and down and up and down and up and down with cold and or hot temperatures, and sometimes it'll start cold and then go hot. So if that when that starts happening to you, that's exactly what that is. Now, when it comes in to the lower part of our body, or what I like to call the South Pole of this system, you can experience that as tingling in the legs or tingling in the feet, sometimes in the feet. Sometimes when it's really heavy, really extreme energy, I sometimes even get Charlie horses. I have a salt lamp that stays permanently on in my bedroom because it keeps the bedroom full of negative ions, which I've noticed more than anything else energetically, or any mineral supplement or anything, keeps me from having Charlie horses. So again, South Pole thermostat regulation going on with all these pineal gland activations, all these DNA activations, lots of movement in the heart center, the electromagnetic center of the body, if you're someone that's prone to that. I have been forever, but lately I don't seem to be experiencing that anymore for some reason. But the lower or south pole of the body, all kinds of like tingling in your legs, tingling in your hips, all kinds of other things going on there as well. So our body's going to feel a whole lot of intensity of energy. And I'm talking about an energy intensity that we've never felt before. So besides heart palpitations and the inability to either stay cool or stay hot, we're talking about a feeling of ungroundedness. It is really good idea when we have this kind of energy coming in, and I think most of you can feel it. If it's somewhere where it's warm enough to take your shoes off, um, we don't ground by standing on the earth anymore. We haven't for at least the last year and a half. But the thing that it does do, when we have any kind of electromagnetic fluctuation with between the earth, the moon, the sun, everything that's going on celestial, our body does that too. And we are very, very connected to technology as a whole. So one thing that I always recommend during happenings like this is really limiting the amount of time you're spending connected to electronic devices of any sort. And though while standing on the ground does not ground us really in the earth energy anymore, the earth is more like a cosmic body at this point. It does help detoxify and draw out electromagnetic static. And that static is what we pick up from our washer, our dryer, our appliances, all those things. I've talked about this many times before, but I still keep hearing from people, even though I've been talking about this for years, that seem they're like really rattled or really upset about something. And so they spend all their time on Facebook, talking to other people about it. And it just magnifies and intensifies the situation, because what we're not realizing is while we're purging something, anything at a cellular level, it always comes and goes with this magnetic energy. So while we're purging, our body is trying to push things out. Part of what it's trying to push out is an overstimulation from electronics. And again, it's not, your phone, the tablet, the computer, your refrigerator, the washer or dryer. I always tell people, don't hang out in a room that's right next to something that has a really big draw. Because this energy that's coming in, both solar, both cosmic, and these waves that I keep talking about that are coming back in, they cause a high amount of charge within the Earth's grid system. So if you're outside and you're getting it straight from the grid, you're getting it in an organic fashion. If you're in the house, whatever you have that has a ground wire, like your refrigerator, your washer, appliances, all these things, whatever has a ground wire to the grid is not only pulling up the cosmic energy that's in the grid, it is also pulling up the dirty electric grid, the man-made, everything that's running on the globe, that's running around the grid, is being pulled up through your body. So get outside as always, as much as you possibly can. Keep yourself grounded. The one thing that I've noticed, ironically, that is grounding, since the earth isn't really doing that job anymore, it more feels like a cosmic body to me, is water. So make sure you're drinking enough water. Make sure that you are checking on people. Anybody that has any kind of heart condition, heart murmur, any kind of thing regarding the heart, this energy is going to be very strong on those people. I know a lot of times it's harder to get older people to drink water or listen to the importance of water on the heart. But I learned last year that 70% of heart attacks on this planet are caused directly from dehydration. So make sure that we are reaching out to people and checking on people. I know everybody in our wave seems to be stuck in a permanent hermiting mode, but it's very important for us to reach out to people. It's very important for us to check on people. Along with that, hence the relaxed, nothing is under control picture instead of my face, which is normally there. We also have Venus, which is the planet of love and emotions and very deep connections, which moved into Pisces, which if you've ever known a Pisces or someone with a lot of Pisces in their chart, they're very, very watery. They're very emotional. They have a lot of great qualities. I always get along with Pisces and people with a lot of Pisces in their chart. So Pisces is very emotional. It's very deep. And Venus is already emotional and deep and loving and committed and connected, right? So we have two things going on here. We have Venus being emotional and the depth of the emotional energy coming from Pisces as well, being together. So that's really super amplified. What that means to you in a physical body energetically is that if there's anything if you're longing to do something and you're not doing it, you can just know that that longing is just going to become incredibly intense for anything in your life that you're longing for, or anything that's not in your life you're longing for. That it's going to bring an incredible amount of energy of longing. So that's important to know. Energetically, we have so many things going on at the same time, lots of solar energy. When that magnetosphere starts breathing in and out and going through all those fluctuations, then we have all these body fluctuations as well. One of the other things that I saw, and I did not know this, was that the Earth's magnetosphere and its extension encompasses the moon as well. So whatever we might feel during a full moon, like the amplification of energy, our feelings, our emotions, and the moon is the representation of things that are hidden or not fully seen. So that could be things coming up from the subconscious, from you and people that you're in relationships with, people that you're dealing with as well. So a lot of things will be rising to the surface, because when that magnetosphere starts to fluctuate and it holds within it the energy of the moon, again, that brings up, the moon always brings up things that are, one, that we may push down intentionally because we don't want to feel or deal with having to process the emotionality of it. But the other thing is, it raises things from within us, from the subconscious up to a conscious level as well. So it's a lot to feel all at one time, for sure. So, be peaceful, be harmonic, really, really take care of yourself. I can tell you, if it's any indication, that so far this weekend, I've done nothing. I walked 8 miles today, and I've made a lot of soup. I made a lot of food, and I really haven't done anything else. In fact, I laid down to take a quick meditation, and I turned on a frequency, and I ended up falling asleep for an hour. And if you haven't watched my last video, guys, I don't know what was going on in that video, but in case you haven't noticed, if you've been watching my videos for a while, that last video was an hour long. I don't even know where the majority of that information came from, because normally I will get up and do my daily routine. I will walk, I'll come back, get ready, do a video. I woke up and I was having coffee, and I was just writing page after page after page of information the day I made that video. And still, when I watched it, and I had to end up watching it 4 times, because there's all this stuff that came out that I didn't know. Because if I can actually get my body, my brain in a relaxed state instead of being nervous in front of the camera, it is amazing the things that come out. Also, I somehow connected to some kind of energy. My antenna seems to always really be out there. That's why I feel things or sometimes see things 24 hours in advance, because it seems to be out there. But that last video I made is really, really super important. If you haven't watched that, I would suggest doing it, because it talks about the waves, the wave of energy, the waves of energy rippling back into Earth from creation, from everything that's been created on this planet. Super important. There was a lot of information. Like I said, I don't know what happened to me in that video, but I watched it afterwards, and watching the video, I couldn't even keep my eyes open. I actually fell asleep for 2 hours, and that was the first time I made a video early in the day. So there's a lot of stuff that just came through from the whole self-expression of me just straight at my mouth that was totally and completely unexpected. Our DNA is connected to everything, all sentient life that has ever been created. It's not just us waking up in a 3D level or 4D level and accessing the fifth dimension. This goes so far beyond that. That's why I think it's so important if you haven't watched that last video. Because our DNA is connected to all sentient life ever created anywhere. I think that the Earth is 4.5 billion years old, or if that's what they say. So we'll say that's correct. When they went and looked at our DNA, and they can go backwards every 600,000 years, which it takes X amount of things for those alterations to occur. In doing that, I think it was maybe sometime after 2017 or 18, they realized that our DNA was 10 times older than this planet. So when we talk about awakening our DNA, and some of us are experiencing some really far out there things, and that's why I do what I do, because I want people to know they're not crazy. But if you realize for one moment that within our DNA, everything that's ever been created within this omniverse has a fractal within our DNA. And that's why we may sometimes connect with dragons or fairies or things that don't look like they're from this planet. They're literally not. I saw that our DNA the other day when I made that video was connected akashically to everything that ever is, everything that ever was, everything that is, and everything that will ever be. So relax and really, really, really take it easy on yourselves. And the last thing that I want to say is, I feel like I've been talking about this a lot today, but when I went to run, I said, is there anything that you want me to talk about? And I was like, oh, come on, I've been talking about this a lot. There has been this energy going on for the last 2 or 3 years, and I'll say it's really amped up in the last 6 months, that you know you're on a certain path, and you know you're on a certain mission. And you know you've signed up for a certain sort of love contract. We'll make it real simple and easy. What I have been experiencing and seeing other people experiencing is that if someone is in need and that person is not directly connected to that contract, or that is not my person or your person, for example, people are wanting to not assist. And so what I was asked to talk to you about, to tell you right now, is that this twin flame journey, or this divine partnership journey, as I said in the last couple videos, it's not just about love. It is about service. It's about the electromagnetic reset on planet Earth, okay? So my friend Chris, he is not my partner, okay? But he has literally saved my life in this last year by always being there when I needed someone. I have gone through so many things, most of them physical, on top of seeing things and relationship things and all other things. I have dealt with such a physical alterations to my body that I wouldn't have made it without him. And I'm asking you, or I was asked to ask you, to really look at those people around you, really look at who needs help. Because if you're going to say, oh, I signed up for this, I'll go back to it again. The reason for this kind of contract period, the energetic core of it, is so that we electromagnetically reset this planet. If you understand that about your contract, you will help every person that you can possibly help. Chris could have told me 100 million times, you know what? I don't love you. You're not my partner. I'm not going to help you. But instead, he did everything every day in his power to assist me. And so I'm asking you if you can understand and realize that this contract was about the electromagnetic reset of planet, and that encompasses a million things, but I'm trying to keep it simple. Okay, not everybody is involved in the plan for the electromagnetic reset, just like every person is not a twin or whatever, insert whatever label you want. I hate labels, but you got to know what I'm talking about one way or the other, right? So since we know what our job is, the reset, that means every single person who signed up for this contract has the same mission. We have hundreds of other missions. I'm just trying to keep it simple. That means that we need to assist anybody that we can assist, because it's all about I work with you, you work with me. Together we create a third energy. That third energy is what resets the planet. And yes, that is a specific contract with you that you made with another individual, but there are so many people right now that are not with that other person. We need to stop looking at this like it's a singularity or like it's this person that I love, okay? And I'm not downplaying that. That love is very, very important. But we need to be helping each other. We need to be doing this together. Okay. You know, we're all on different time frames energetically, as far as contracts and as far as all kinds of other things. That's why I talk about the energy. That's the only reason I've started talking about like Venus and Pisces or things that go on like that. So let's make sure that we're helping people. I know for me and all of you, the thing about us is we are hypersensitive and we are the biggest conduits for light on this planet that this planet has ever seen. We've come back time and time and time again to clear our fields to do this job. Okay? And while it is important to be in love and prioritize those other things, it's really important that we assist everybody. And I'm not talking about the love contract. I'm talking about anybody that signed that love contract is a huge conduit for a light, is a huge conduit for energy. Okay, so the contract is both. Okay, it's an energetic reset contract, which just happens to have the fun of the love involved with it. So please, 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 please assist other people. There are a couple people that, mainly Chris, that has saved my life this year by being there always, no matter what time of day, no matter what time of night. He's always there. Be there. I know we're all super hypersensitive and we cannot spend 20 hours, on Messenger, on the phone, helping a lot of people. But here's one thing about this contract. I can talk to someone and I can know by their energy whether they signed up for this energetic reset or not, which also means they signed the love contract. It's one contract. And that's why I'm saying it's so important for us to reach out and help people. Okay. There's not millions and billions and trillions of us here. There's a couple thousand of us here. I don't know how many for sure, but it's very important right now that we are assisting each other with this. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Chris Pugsley will never see this acknowledgement because he cannot sit through more than 2 minutes of my videos ever, but he'll get it energetically, I suppose. I know it's not an easy thing that we signed up for, and that's why I wanted to give you the heads up about all the openings and closings, spontaneous, simultaneous openings and closing going on within our magnetosphere, and how that is going to cause simultaneously openings and closings in our body's north and south pole, and how it affects the heart, and how it electromagnetically will affect the memory, the DNA upgrades, all of it. Okay, and Venus and Pisces on top of it. So you may feel like crying. Super emotional when love takes a deep dive from Venus down into Pisces. Okay, James, I saw that you were here, like you're always here. Thank you so much, always and forever, for your love and support. Now you're gone, so I'm going to assume this video has once again done its voodoo and switched over to private. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. You know I wouldn't be here without this. Thanks, guys. Much love and much gratitude for the electromagnetic reset contract that you signed, whether you remember that or not. Love you. Bye.